So the first expression we are going to explore is about syncing parameters from one node to the other. So first of all, I'm going to take a color bar node. Here we go. And let's take a transform node. Let's view on the transform node. Go to the first frame. Let's set keyframe for this frame. Let's go to the 25th frame and maybe give a value of 50 here. So you can see there is an animation right now. Suppose if you want to create another transform node with identical animation, you can take a transform node, go to the first frame. Let's set a keyframe here, 25th frame, type in the value 50. That's so much work, right? And our animation is pretty simple here. If it's very complex, this won't be like an easy thing to do. Instead, we can do an expression to save time there and also our mental health. So let's delete this one and create a new transform node. You can see inside transform 1, we just animated the translate X. We didn't animate Y. So I'm gonna right click over here, add expression. Okay, so let's type in the expression here. First thing what I'm going to type here is node, which I just want to copy that animation. In my case, this is transform 1. So let me type transform 1 dot, and what's the knob here? In my case, it's translate X. So let me type in translate dot X. So right now you can see the result is 50. Let me click on OK. As soon as we click on OK, you can see there is a green arrow linking between both the nodes. And also you can see the values has been copied here. The color is a bit different. Why? Because it is expression linked. So let's verify the result here. Click on here, transform 1, transform 2. Identical. You can also compare the values here. It's 12.4999, 12.499. Expression is pretty simple. You don't have to right click, do edit expression every time. You can simply select the knob which you want to edit the expression and press equal sign. That brings up the expression window, and you can see the expression is transform1.translate.x. Pretty simple. Let's move on to the next expression. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to take a color bar. Okay, so next expression is about nullifying or reversal of the values inside a knob in any node. Let's suppose if I'm doing some grade operation here, G shortcut for grade node, give a value of 4. So this is the plate and this is our grade. Let's suppose if I want to reverse this, I'm gonna copy this, click on reverse. This will give the exact value. But if you want to learn an expression to do the same, you can simply uncheck this, go to gain. I'm gonna right click, add expression, or you can just type in equal in the keyboard, which brings the expression window. I'm gonna type in grade 3 dot, but the name of the knob is white. Straight away you can see the value here, it's 4 right now. Let's go to the beginning and type in 1 divided by grade 3 dot white. Straight away you can see the value is 0.25 here. So even though if it is showing 0.25 here, it doesn't mean that the value is 0.25. It's a little bit weird. Even I was trying to explore why it's showing like that, but it's just mathematics. If you compare the result right now, it looks exactly the same. I hope it made sense. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so next one in our list is an expression which we will use to crunch the alpha. That means we can make semi-transparent pixels into fully transparency. Not only that, we can alter in many other ways as well. It's a very efficient way of cleaning up maths in a compositing workflow. Just write down the expression and your result is ready. You can achieve the same result by using different nodes as well. But in our case, I'm going to give you an introduction about expression node, where we are going to write a conditional statement to get the result. So let's take expression node. If you see the property, there are a few sections here. To be precise, there are 4 sections here where you can write expressions or conditions on each individual channels. This is red channel, green, blue, and this is for alpha. So I'm going to write down a conditional statement here. A, that means alpha, lesser than 1, question mark, that means that gives 0 or else alpha. Okay, so this is a very basic expression which gives the result we just talked about, and let's view. Okay, so nothing happened. That's because we are viewing inside the RGB channel. So let's go into the alpha channel. If you view over here, this is our plate alpha, and if you see the expression node, it just crunches all those semi-transparent pixels, and right now we just have the hard edge. You can alter this expression in many ways. For example, if you're typing 0.5 here, you can see we have values lesser than 0.5 crunched here. So let's suppose if I just don't want this transparent pixels, maybe type in 1 here, and it just gives a whole black and white matte, and you don't have any semi-transparent pixels. Yeah, this is an expression which you can use to control the alpha while doing any kind of compositing task. Hope this helps, and let's move on to the next one. Alright, so next expression is mostly used by compositors who work on keying shots regularly. I have an alpha matte here which have a matte hole and lots of transparency. So let's suppose this is my keying result and I want to push all this transparency into solid white. In this case, I'm gonna take expression node. I'm gonna write a conditional statement here. Alpha is greater than 0, all those pixels which have values from 0.1 towards the value 1, that gives 1 or else alpha. Cool. Straight away you can see all those transparent pixels got converted into solid opaque matte. You can alter this even further. If you want the values to be 0.2, you can see around here it's 0.2, and from there it's completely converted to solid white. You can edit this expression in many ways to get a proper result which you are looking for in your shot. I hope this helps. Alright, so next one is an expression which we can use to isolate the semi-transparent pixels in an alpha. So in this case I have an alpha like this which has a solid white around this section and semi-transparent pixels. In this case, if I just want to isolate this specific section where we can see all these semi-transparent pixels, we can use an expression specifically for that. As I did before, I'm going to take an expression node. Let's write the expression and later I'm going to explain that. 4 multiplied by the transparency, that means 1 minus alpha or the opacity. I'm gonna put this inside a open and close brackets. I'm gonna multiply this with the opacity again. This is the opacity and this is the transparency. Right. Cool. So if you check the alpha channel, you can see we just have that pixels which were transparent. All the other areas are completely black. Okay, so next expression can be called as conditional by frame number. That means it allows you to automatically switch a parameter's value based on which frame number the viewer is on. Let me take a checkerboard and let's connect a blur node to that. Go to the size knob, use the shortcut to access the expression window. Before that, let me cancel it and let me explain what I'm going to achieve here. Let's suppose if we want the blur value to be 0 till frame number 50, and from 50 onwards it should be 100. And obviously I can do that by setting keyframe and doing all these things manually. But let me write an expression to do the same thing. Go into the size knob and click on add expression frame. So this is the frame number the viewer is on right now. So in my case it is frame number 1 greater than 50 should give us 100 or else 0. Oops, sorry. This is the condition. If the condition is true, then it will give this result or else this one. So let's click on OK. Okay, so let's view on the blur node, and at frame 50 you can see there is no blur. You can see from frame 51 the blur value is 100 and it's completely blurred. I'm saying expressions are very handy because if you go just copy that, let's take a grade node, copy the value here, click on here. Now if you see here, okay, so it should be 1 here, just edit that 1. So now if you see till frame 50 it's 1 and frame 51 it's 100. So you can use this expression anywhere in any nodes and it works perfectly if you need to do something like this.